Hey everybody, this is Mark Hilliard at the Mystical Light Cohort, and with me tonight is Michael Hansen, one of the newest members of our cohort. And being that he is new, I thought it was going to be a very good idea that we have a little impromptu Google Plus introduction and an introduction to the basic things for working within the cohort, posting links, scheduling, and all of that. So welcome, Michael. I appreciate you spending this time with me and allowing me to use you in this small training video.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
Okay. Let's get going on this, and I am going to share my desktop with you. And we're going to talk about our cohort web space. And here we go. All right, Michael, you should be seeing my desktop now, yes?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'm going to bring up the web browser, and up she pops. And what we see, this is our Google Plus cohort page. And this is where we live and breathe and communicate with one another. This is where we do our leveling requirements and our leveling posts, our cohort weekly photo, our cohort photo challenges, and so on. And what I want to do is I want to walk you through the basics of the page, all right? Now, if you'll notice that the page is divided into 3 columns. The column on the left lists our members here. And as you see, you're included in that. Okay. The further down the cohort page, this is basically a set of directories where things are stored. All posts is just that, all posts. Discussion, things that we post that we want to discuss with one another will go here. Our leveling guide, this is simply a copy of the leveling guide that's in this directory. Our foundation levels 1 through 9. This is where you're going to put all of your leveling required posts. And I'm going to show you how to access these when you do your posting, okay? And as you see, we've got, well, Kevin Miller's. He's doing his level 3 pre-critique post. Nick Inman. Everything that everybody's working on up through level 9 gets posted here. And this is where you can find the necessary posts for your review. As a new member of the cohort, this is a very good place to come and view some of these videos that are set here. And you will find some really good things here, okay? I highly suggest that you just look around and see what it is that you like. People have done some good stuff here. All right. Here is an example of the level 3 hangout. Now, in your level 3, one of the requirements is you create a hangout on the air, just like we're seeing here. And you're going to show 10 of your best images that you currently have. You're going to invite all of the cohort members except me to this video hangout. You're going to have it go live and record, and the group of you will discuss your images, and they will help you pick the images to submit for your level 4 critique. This is where it's done. And as a new member, you should go in and watch a couple of these. Like this is Pam Cresswell's, and there's 3 or 4 others hidden in here as well. Another areas the level 11 to 19 level storage for the posts. Now, we don't have anybody at level 11 yet, but next week we will. Every so often, you're going to be required to be critiqued, where you and I will have a hangout, and only you and I will talk during the hangout. Everybody else will be invited to view it, but they won't have any input. And this is after your level 3 pre-critique, where the group helps you choose your 5 images that you will present to me for a critique. You will then schedule a critique time with me, and I'll show you how to do that in a few minutes. And then I will schedule the hangout and invite you and all of the other members, at which time we will go through your 5 images, and I will give you a decent critique of those images and help you advance your photography, either technically or artistically, while recording it. These critique videos that we've done so far, they are all saved in this directory, Level Critiques. Other directories sharing photos, the cohort challenges, like we just finished our white egg against a white background challenge. Here's everybody's entries for those. Okay, and this set of directories helps us better organize our posts to make them easy to find. Okay, now let's go back to the main cohort page, and that will be under all posts. The actual posts that everybody makes will show up in the middle column. Okay, all of the requirements. Here's another brand new level 3 pre-critique from another one of our members, and you can scroll down through this and you can see everything that's ever been posted. Now, over on the right-hand menu, this is an important area because this is where the links are that are discussed in the leveling guide. Okay, the most important links are the leveling guide, which when we click on it, it is going to open up the document with all of the instructions. And as I said, this is a living, growing, changing document. This changes on a daily basis. Any changes that we make will always show up here. This will always be current, okay? Another important area here is the group drive. Google Plus has what's known as Google Drive. And I have set up in Google Drive directories for everybody's images. Now, your directory isn't set up here yet. I will be setting that up soon. But you won't need to access it till you get to level 4. All right. And if we look in here, you will see that everybody's level 4 images get posted to these directories. This is where it goes. And just by clicking on that link, you can get to this spot. All right. Any questions so far?
Mark, I'm with you now. This is Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Good, thanks. I'll just trying to absorb it here with you. So.
At what time did you join us?
Just now. Just got in.
Okay, that's fine. What we're doing is we're going over the basic functions and areas
Okay.
of the cohort page, and this is a hangout on the air. In about a half hour, this will be posted on our group page, and you can watch what you've missed at the beginning.
Okay.
All right. Any events that I schedule, any hangouts that I schedule will always show up here. and the right-hand menu under the link window.
So we're on what page right now?
We're on the cohort page.
Okay, here we are. I see. Okay.
Under all posts.
Okay.
Okay. So any Hangouts that I schedule will show up here so that you guys, as apprentices in the cohort, can actually see what's coming up. And it's going to ask if you're going to attend or not. Try to attend as many of these as possible because, as I said, the chances of your success here in the cohort and the Arcanum go way up the more you involve yourself in everybody else's critiques and pre-critiques and posts, okay?
Okay.
And then once we go past the upcoming event window, then we just alternate between the middle column and the right column. New posts are just kind of shared as we go down both columns now, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you read the level guide, all right, and you want to post here on this page, say you're at level 1 and you have uploaded your introductory 5 images, what you're going to do is click here at the top of all posts. There is a share what's new here. We click here. And the first thing that you're going to say is you're going to notify me that you're posting for a level requirement. You're always going to start that out with a plus sign and then my name, Mark Hilliard, and there I pop up. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to send out a notification to me that you're trying to get my attention.
Okay.
And then you're going to tell me what level posting this is, and that is going to be a pound, okay, and a level number. So you're at level 1. You're now going to go to level 2, so this is your first level 2 post, okay, and then you're going to say, I have completed the requirements for my level 2 post. Okay? Now, if it requires that you include a video, you're going to put it right here in the same window. If it requires you to put pictures, it goes in the same window, but you always need to lead it off with something like this. Otherwise, I might not find it for days and days.
Okay.
This plus Mark Hilliard is what tells me, and this plus pound 2 tells me what level, and that's not supposed to be pound 2, it's supposed to be pound L2.
Okay.
Okay? And since I did that wrong, let me do that again. Pound L2.
I've noticed a lot of times you seem to catch them and you level someone up, maybe even if I haven't sent you that note, but.
Right, and I'm always on here looking. All right, and I will catch. Usually, if you've done the work, and I will level you up, but I will notify you that I've leveled you up.
Okay.
And it will always be a plus with your Google name as well, leading to notify you that someone has posted for you.
Okay.
All right. So now, this is going to be a level 2 post. So see this little 2 window?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go here, and we are going to select levels 1 through 9. And that is going to put your post in the proper directory for me to find it.
Don't shut it yet.
If you are going to post
Stay away from these girls. Okay?
in a cohort challenge, you would choose that. If you're going to post a photo of the day or a photo of the week, you would choose that. Be selective in what you put in this window, okay? This is important for organizational skills. All right?
Yep.
That's how we do our leveling posts. Any questions about that so far?
No.
All right. Now, once in a while, you're going to be required to schedule time with me. And that's going to be for Hangouts, specifically, Hangouts on the air. For instance, you're going to have to do a Hangout on the air for your level 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down to the link section where it says Mark's appointment calendar, and you're going to click on this, and my calendar is going to pop up in another window. Okay? And for critiques, you're going to need to schedule a whole hour. You're going to have to take 2 blocks. For a level 3 pre-critique, you only need 1 30-minute block. You click on this, you fill in the information, it will notify me, and then we will be ready to go.
You just click that, and that'll notify you.
Well, it's going to bring up a set of windows that require you to answer questions. What's it about?
Okay.
Things like that. You just have to go through them all. There's about 3 or 4 windows you have to go through. And then when you click on Done, then it's going to put that appointment on my Google Calendar for me.
Okay.
And that goes to both my computer and my phone.
Mark, does Google automatically translate the time zones?
It does.
Okay.
It does indeed. So here is where you get to select it. And here is what I see. Okay? This is my Google Calendar. And all of these are requests for Hangouts that people have scheduled with me. All right? For instance, Rhonda has a big Hangout. She has her level 9 critique. And she has scheduled it my time for 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'm sorry, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. this coming Friday. So at this point, I know that I have to go in and schedule the Hangout for her because all critiques, I create the Hangout.
Okay.
All the pre-critiques, you guys create the Hangout, okay?
Okay.
And then when I create the Hangout, this is what pops up right there. So you guys can join those.
Okay.
All right? Now, like I said, it's really important that when you do a post, that you go into this To window and you put it in the proper area. Otherwise, everybody will have a hard time finding it. Okay?
Okay.
And this is really all there is to using our home page. Okay? Now, if you go over here, you see these double quotes?
Yep.
If you click on this, it brings up Hangouts that are live. Right here is our Hangout. The 3 of us are in right now currently.
Okay.
Okay, I have created something called a Mystical Light Text Hangout. This runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You click on it and up pops the text Hangout. And you can type into this. I'm just going to type in test post, and up it pops into that Hangout, and everybody in the cohort sees this. This is a really good place for high-speed, fast communications.
Okay.
All right, and I have added you guys to this. Right now there are 18 members to this.
I would say those are not. I'm sorry, those are not Toyotas.
So there we go. There you are, Michael. And Kevin, you are somewhere on here. I'm pretty sure I've added you here. Up there you are.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is a really good place to communicate. And every once in a while, we will have a high-speed, what we call lightning training sessions, where we talk about a particular subject, and we'll blow through lots of questions and answers. And it's a good place for quick questions and quick learning, all right?
Right there, right there.
Is that a good place to, I mean, you put a question and it gets dealt with probably right away, or is that one that you would maybe save for a further discussion? Or
No, yeah, I would post it there as well as up here.
Okay.
We're trying to get everybody used to using the text hangout because it's fast.
Okay.
You can get an app called,
Oh my God.
well, I forget what it's called now. That'll come to me here in a few minutes. It's called Google Hangouts for any smartphone.
Yeah.
Whereas, and you can sign it in to this right here. Okay. Now, see, someone's asking me to have a hangout with them right now. All right, and that just see how that popped up. I'm going to say I can't do that.
I have to change it.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, the real key to success here, both in the cohort and on the Arcanum, is that you guys go and became very, very close friends with all of the other members of the cohort, okay? I cannot tell you how important this is. The better the relationship that you have with the other students, the other people in this cohort, the better the chance of your success.
Okay.
All right? And you will find that this is especially true, well, like in the level 3 pre-critique. All right? Because you're going to have to do one of these hangouts and invite everybody in the cohort to attend and help you choose your images. And once we get past that level 3 pre-critique, then the photography part really starts up, because at that point you've kind of mastered all of the idiosyncrasies of Google+.
Okay.
Google is so powerful that it is very difficult to master.
So when we do this with the level 3 pre-critique, we would set that up, that hangout, right?
Correct.
And we would invite everybody, including you, invite the whole group.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I will verify that the hangout is up and going. And then at that point, I will dismiss myself from the hangout, because I am not supposed to be privy to the group coming in and helping you choose your 5 images out of your 10 or 15 that you do.
Okay.
The purpose of that level 3 pre-critique hangout is to help narrow down the images that you're going to present to me in level 4.
So even though people maybe graded them or give them a +1 on the site, this is the time when you consolidate all that and
Yes.
decide. Okay.
Yes. Because, you know, it's nice getting the +1 or the little 1 or 2 line comments, but being able to sit down face to face with everybody else and talk about the images, because, you know, they're gonna ask you, you know, what were you thinking when you took this image, and what was your desire, where did you want to go with this, and then they're going
Right.
to they're not going to critique you, that you are not supposed to critique each other at this stage, but they're going to say, you know, I really like this image, it has this and this and this going for it, you might want to consider, you know, a slightly different crop, but I feel that this would be a good one for your critique at level 4. And it's this type of activities that's going to help everybody grow.
So, Mark, I think you said this, but we won't work through your calendar to set that up, that hangout.
No, not that one.
Okay.
It's the level 4 that you're going to work through my calendar on.
And so the one we set up, the best way to, I think you said that, where's the best place to go to set that up with everybody to start it?
You're going to go, I will show you again here real quick.
Okay.
Let me share my desktop with you. All right. My desktop has popped up for you now?
Yep.
All right. Somebody is trying real hard to get a hold of me, aren't they?
Yep.
Let me take care of that small problem. Okay, yeah, we can't do that. What we've got going here is up here under Google+. See this here?
Yep.
There is a drop-down menu. Home. It's going to take you to your own personal Google homepage. Events, which will show you already scheduled Hangouts, and Hangouts. This is where you go.
Okay.
And this is important, so this bears repeating. And what you want is a Hangout on the air, not a video Hangout.
Okay.
All right? You click on the Hangout on the air, and we go down and we create the Hangout. You're going to give it a name. Okay. Okay, and we're going to schedule it for later. So we would choose a date and a start and how long. You don't want it to go to the public. You're going to just type in mystical, and up pops the Mystical Light Cohort.
Okay.
Okay, and then when you click on share, it's going to go out and it's going to send out invitations to everybody.
Okay.
All right, so let me cancel this. And once you do that, it creates an entry in the events heading here. Okay, and these are all the upcoming events, like Nick's Level 4 Critique, which is going to be this Friday.
Okay.
Okay, and this is where it will show up. Okay, now for the Level 3, at that point, what I would do is after you create the Hangout and invited everybody, then go here, do a post, and say, I have, boy, I tell you what, let me,
I can get a note too from Winslow White.
yeah, I know, and he's going to, this has been scheduled, so I can't talk with him right now, but post to everybody here. I've created my Hangout on the air for my Level 3 pre-critique. All right, and choose it here and put it in your foundation levels 1 through 9.
Okay.
Okay, and just ask everybody to attend it.
Okay.
Even though setting up the Hangout has already set out invitations, this puts it in everybody's face where they'll see it.
Is there a minimum number to, what if nobody, what one person can do it?
Well, that does happen from time to time, but even one person is better than no person.
Okay.
And it is a requirement that you do the Hangout as part of the Level 3. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And what you do then is you simply go in and do the best you can with who you've got.
Okay.
And maybe other people will join it later on.
Okay.
But by talking to one another, you will find that you will get a lot of cooperation from the other members. So far, we're kind of averaging 4 or 5 people attending every one of these.
Okay.
It's better to choose an evening time. All right.
You know, I'm back on the West Coast, so that makes makes it a little harder to correlate with you Eastern.
Right, and I know you've got a hard work schedule, but maybe doing it on a Saturday or a Sunday evening.
Mm-hmm.
And that way it's not too late for you and everybody else is home, or most everybody else is home.
When is too late to hold one as far as Eastern time, you think?
I would say 9 o'clock is fine.
Okay, that could work then.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
All right. And like I said, I'm going to post this later on tonight on our group page. And I would ask that you sit down and watch it again, because you missed a lot of stuff at the start of this.
Okay.
Now, do either of you have any other questions that I have not covered at this point?
I'll let Michael go first here.
Thanks, Kevin. I have a couple questions, Mark.
All right, hold on a second. I have got to get rid of this.
Pretty aggressive invites there.
Yeah, he is. I'm going to post to him. There. I have told him that I will get to him in 15 minutes. Okay. So.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so Mark, when you're on the main cohort page, the directories that you get to through the clicks on the left-hand side column, if you were to go into one of those topics, let's say levels 1 through 9, and then you post from there, are you still required to say to identify the topic,
Yeah.
or is it automatically done because you're posting it from that group?
Good question. And I do not know the answer to that. But I would always choose the group you want to post to in the drop-down to window.
Okay, gotcha. Is there any particular place that we're supposed to place the photo of the week, or is that just in the...
There is a photo of the week directory in that to drop-down window.
Okay. Okay. As far as the assignments go that are either part of the levels or part of the monthly challenges, I assume, it seems logical to me, but I just want to make sure that should all be new work. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct.
Okay.
And honestly, the things that we're going to challenge you with are going to be so obscure,
Right.
that it's going to force you to do it as new work.
Right. Okay, as far as the critiques go, I don't feel at all qualified to critique anybody's work, no matter what level they are. so I assume I just keep quiet in the hangouts that are involving people getting critiques.
Right. One of the things that we're going to do during the startup time of the critique is I will start the hangout and I will not tell it to go live. And we can talk back and forth and I will give you guys instructions. And one of the things that I will say is mute your audio. Now take your mouse and go up to the top middle window. And you see how it has a person where you can invite people?
I have 2 calls I'm waiting for.
And it has a microphone with a line through it?
Yes, I see that. Yep.
I don't see the people, but I have the microphone.
All right. If you click on that microphone,
Gotcha.
and you see I had the red microphone, I had a microphone with the line through it show up at the bottom of the window. So once we go live on the critiques, it's a requirement that you guys all mute your microphones. The only person that should be talking is the person being critiqued and me. Then once the critique's done, I will invite you all to open your mics up and make comments on the images, on the critique, ask questions. Okay? No, you're absolutely right. Unless you're in the path of the protege, which is, I know that the terminology of the Arcanum is a little strange, but it's set up like a 16th century college. Okay? You will never do any critiquing.
Okay.
So on the level 3 pre-critiques, it's important that you do not critique the person who's submitting the images. You talk about your likes and your dislikes and maybe slight suggestions for a different viewpoint, but never about post-processing. Never anything in really deep detail.
Okay.
All right, because it's assumed that the person providing the images has already done that, and he's looking to you guys to help him pick the 5 best images to present to me in level 4.
Okay.
Okay? Now, let's look at some of those other icons up there.
Okay.
There's also a way to turn off your video stream. If I click on this, you can still hear me, but my Google Plus picture of myself shows up.
Right.
Okay. Another thing is you can adjust the bandwidth of the outgoing video stream if you're having problems lagging. The red telephone, if you click on this, this will remove you from the Hangout. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, the live is highlighted. That tells you that we are recording this on YouTube Live right now.
Right.
And if you go over to the left-hand side of the screen, we have some icons over here. The first one I want you to notice is the blue. If you click on that, it brings up a text page on the right-hand side of your screen. And now I can type on that, and up will pop texts that are not recorded in the YouTube video. You can use this for asking questions or anything that you want. And all of this will be everything that's typed into this. Okay? You have some basic control panels here where you can set up how your screen looks. And the most important one is this little green one with the arrow. This is share your desktop. So to share your desktop, you're going to click on this. Don't do this now. And then it's going to come up with a window that asks you what you want to share. And one of the things on a single monitor system is your desktop, and that's what you're going to click on. If you have a multi-monitor system, you can choose either monitor. Now, it's important that once you have shared your desktop, what's going to happen is in this window that you're looking at right now, you're going to go into a hall of mirrors, and it's going to mirror right down to infinity our current video picture. So once you've shared your desktop, you've got to go up here and you have to shrink your screen down and hide it. Otherwise, everybody who's looking at your desktop is going to see themselves, and we're going to get all kinds of wild and crazy feedback loops. So when you share your desktop, don't close this window. just shrink it down, and if you're running a Mac, it's just the yellow button in the center to put it down on the lower bar. And on a PC, it's the single line, which basically does the same thing. And I believe that's on the right-hand side of the screen. Okay? So it's important that you do that. And then when you want to go back into live talk in a live video like we have now, then you're going to go down here on the main bar and you're going to click on it is called, what is this called? It is called the Google Plus Hangout window. And you're going to click on it and bring it back up, and there's going to be a little button up at the top that says End Screen Share. All right? Okay. And that's going to take you back to where we're at now.
Okay.
And that's kind of pretty much everything that you need to know working within the Google Plus environment, doing these Hangouts. Remember, Hangout on the air, not video Hangout. Okay?
What's the difference there, Mark?
The video Hangout doesn't record to YouTube.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
All right, and it's important that you record these because it is mandatory for some of the level steps.
Okay.
All right. Just like this one is live right now. In a few minutes, I will stop the broadcast, which is a red button in the bottom center of the screen, which you don't see because this is my broadcast. And when I press the button, it stops sending it to YouTube, and then we can talk among ourselves without fear of it going out for the world to see.
Okay.
Okay?
I've been posting 1024 pixel images. Is that sufficient for our photo sharing, or should they be larger than that?
No, sir, that is perfect.
Okay.
Now, when it comes time to do your level 4 critique or your level 9 critique, okay, this happens every 5 levels, you have to post the small pictures in the Google Drive area. I have created a drive there, all right, and I will have usually created a directory for you.
Okay.
Put them in your directory, and then you have to put the raw files there too. I have to have those.
Okay.
The reason for that is I will more than likely pick one of your images and run it through my post-processing recipe and try and show you, as well as everybody else, an insider's view to a specific post-processing task. Usually it's going to be something associated with the NIC filter set.
Okay.
Okay. Do both of you have the NIC filters?
No.
I do. Yeah.
Okay. What do you post-process in, Photoshop or Lightroom?
Michael, where do you?
I have them both, but I don't know how to use them really, honestly.
All right. Well, we will help you with that as well.
I post-process in Lightroom, Photoshop, NIC plugins, and Photomatics.
Okay. All right. Good. Good. You're ahead of the curve on that then. That's going to make this much easier on you. Michael?
Yes.
In those directories on the left-hand side,
yeah,
I have 2 videos in there. And they're both introductory post-processing videos for infrared photography, but everything in there applies to color as well.
Okay.
It shows a basic post-processing recipe using the NIC filters and running you through them from beginning to end.
Where's that at? Where's that at, Mark?
That's under Mark's videos.
Okay. I see it.
Okay. And this is my basic recipe for running through an infrared image, but the difference between infrared post-processing and color post-processing is minuscule. We add an extra step in the infrared of doing a blue and red channel swap. So you can ignore the information on the channel swap and just pay attention to the NIC processing that I'm doing with Vivisa. And we will also in the future cover the other NIC filters and show you the pluses and minuses of each. And we will have lots and lots of video tutorials in the future. In fact, down the line, you guys are going to make a video tutorial in all of your spare time.
So these are the ones you're talking about are the FAL post-processing lesson. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got you.
All right. And they're short and they're simplistic, but they show the basics of post-processing with the NIC filters in a Photoshop wrapper.
Mark, when we have these photo challenges, does everybody in the 9 levels participate in that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And actually, everybody in the 20 levels is expected to participate.
Okay.
Now, we don't have anybody to level 11 yet, but that will change next week.
Okay. And what if, let's say I'm working and there's a critique going on. Is it bad form to join that late?
No, absolutely not. Jump into it at any time you can. If you jump in late, make sure that you mute your video as soon as you get in. Open up your text window and just say hi to everybody in text.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I can see that you're still at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've had a long day in the operating room, huh?
Yeah, the afternoon was, so. And we go to that, so I'm going to open that text window by, remind me how we did that.
Go over to the left-hand edge of the screen.
Oh, the chat, okay.
Yeah, and you'll see it's a blue icon.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. Any other questions?
2 quick questions, Mark. Is there a way to begin a post and run out of time and have to leave and save it as a draft?
No, there is not.
Okay. I thought that was the case because I tried to do that the other day.
But if you
want copy and paste, yeah.
Yeah, copy and paste it to a Microsoft Word document.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on the Hangouts, double quotes on the top right hand side of the page. I don't show the chat, the cohort chat item.
What about you, Kevin? Do you see it?
I'm in the quotes on the main page. I don't see it there.
It's on that. It should be on that little double quotes at the top right of the main cohort page.
So I get there. I see. Oh, now first I open it. It gave me all my messages. Now I open it. It gives me share your status, notifications.
Okay, you gotta click on the little quote symbol.
Yeah.
All right.
I did. Okay. Now I see
You should
conversations.
Yes, you should see something in there right now with a green camera on it because you're in the Hangout.
Right.
That's
What's under that?
That's one for me, it's someone I'd written to in Google Plus out of the group.
Yeah, well, the Mystical Light text Hangout should also be there.
I don't have that.
I don't have it either, Mark.
No.
All right, I will look into that because I have added you both to that. Let me just go make sure that you're in there. Yep, I have added you both to that.
Maybe I just need to refresh it. Let me try that. I don't know if that matters. I don't. I have the invites from Nick. Our video chat.
I just noticed that I had to accept it.
Oh, okay.
So if you go, when you, Kevin, when you click on that little double quote,
Yep.
when you get the window, if you see that little gray down arrow,
Yep.
click that,
Uh-huh.
and then go all the way down to invites.
Okay.
And you might have an invite from Mark, which is the invite to that text hangout.
Yeah, Mark invited you to join a group hangout. Mark tried to video call you. That's all I have, those two.
Yeah, invited you to a hangout, I think.
Oh, yeah, because I had, okay. So I clicked that.
And then you should get an accept item or button.
Yep. Yeah, because I think it had you down maybe in the spam. Okay. Accept that. All right. Then if I go back, I should be able to see it, you think?
Yeah, it worked for me. I can see it now.
Yeah, let's see. Let's go light text. Yeah, I got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So now when you click on that, that's going to bring up that little text window that everybody in the cohort's connected to, and it's instant.
Right.
And if they're online, there will be a little green dot next to their name.
Okay.
All right.
But is that text window we're talking about, the one within our video chat? That's different than the texting we talked about before, right?
It's another one. It's the same thing, but it's another system.
Okay, so even though if we have this texting now in our video chat, would that still go to everybody, even though we're the only ones in it?
No, only the people in the Hangout
All
get
right.
to see that.
All right.
All right.
Yep. I'll go back through and look at this again, and probably help me to try to remember some of that, Mark.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope that you find this useful, and we'll have lots of other things like this in the future where the whole cohort will be involved in it.
Okay.
And like I said, if you guys can set up these video chats with each other.
Okay.
They're very, very powerful. And that's all I had for you tonight.
That's great. It's got to be quite a job keeping all these balls in the air, Mark.
I know. I don't know how you're doing it even now, being that you're still at work.
Well, I'm just thinking of you keeping all these different people of the cohort go in the right direction. That's got to be a lot to keep track of too. So.
Yeah. Well, we only have 14 members so far, and our upper limit's 22. So it's going to get more interesting as time goes on.
Okay. Hey, Michael, I was going to tell you, did you see that little video that talked about critiques? It's in, I think it's in level 3. I watched that today. It's a short video, but it's pretty good. It talks about how this gal gets a lot out of, I learned a lot not only by receiving critiques, but by giving critiques. I thought it was pretty interesting little chat.
Okay.
So you might like that. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop the broadcast on this. Again, I appreciate you hanging out for this and helping it get all put together. Hold on here.